following program is rated TVMA. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah.
What's good?
You know what it is? Saturday night, Blurred Minds Media, 5 Finger Fiasco. I'm your host, J Wall the Jerk, aka J Wall the Asshole. Got my guy riding with me now, shaking up the streets in the comedy scene out here in Louisville. Andrew Thompson.
What's good? What's good?
What's up with you, man?
Not a whole lot, bro. Just working on my craft, doing the same thing you're doing.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, man. This guy right here is something else, man. He be bringing crowds to the show. Most motherfucking comedians won't even bring that old lady out.
Hey, got to, bro. That's what I'm super blessed. I'm super blessed to have people that support me and what I do. And yeah, bro. This is a new journey for me. Like a month deep into stand-up.
Yeah.
And like you said, bro, I'm here to shake shit up. Like I'm here to do it for real.
Hell yeah. And I love the hustle, man. Month in, already talking about going to Cincy, talking to people out there, man. Like shit. What E40 say? Don't nothing come to a dream of a sleep.
Hey, that's right. That's right, bro. The only thing I know about the West Coast is Too Short. And like, come here, bitch. That's all I got from the West Coast. But yeah, April 12th, I'll be out Cincy at Go Bananas. So I'm just trying to hit new clubs. I'm trying to hit new cities. I'm trying to put my stuff out there, bro.
Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah, dog. That's how we got to do it out here. That's the thing people don't understand when it comes to this comedy game. Like, there ain't really no shortcutting. Yeah, some people might get famous off of TikTok, then call themselves a comedian or a little Instagram video or some bullshit. But to actually do stand-up, the only way you can do it is to do it. And that's like, it kills me, dog, because I work an hour away, get home, get myself together, read over my notes, go out there to the clubs every night. I don't even know what sleep is no more. But I love the shit, man. I love the hustle. You know what I mean?
I mean, people don't realize how much we sacrifice as comedians. You know, every night almost I got to leave my wife and kids at home and I got to spend time away from my family.
Right.
Fuck are you talking about? I be out the house.
Right.
Hell
yeah. That's me all the time. Shit. I mean, my daughter, I took her with me. We did the show at Four Pegs, and she was with me all day getting shit ready, cleaning up the venue, setting it all up. And then I came home, got myself together, and I was like, all right, kid, I love you. She was like, I'm not going to the show. I was like, nah, it ain't for you yet. You know what I mean? But she just looked at me like, I played it.
Yeah.
You got me sweeping floors and cleaning tables and shit. Ain't gonna leave me at the crib with the dog.
Hey, that's super hard too, especially Four Pegs is delicious, dog. I'm just from a big dude standpoint. Have you ever ate there?
Yeah. Yo, they gave me the most incredibly delicious fat boy thing I've ever seen in my life. It was like a special, dog. It was like a piece of toast with meatloaf on it.
Oh shit!
But then they covered the meatloaf with like queso.
Yeah.
And then they put like fried cheese, like the little, like what do you call them? The
like
wedge.
Mozzarella sticks.
Yeah.
Or some shit. Yeah.
And I looked at it, I was like, yo, this is giving me a heart attack. That first bite,
bro.
Smashing. Fucking smashing it, dog.
Crazy. Yeah, it gets hectic at Four Pegs.
Yeah, dude. That was the thing. Everybody has said, like, you doing the show at Four Pegs? I was like, yeah, man, come on out. I was like, oh, no, I love the food there. I love it. Like, they got it. I would have to say that the ownership and the management there was on some fuck shit. But
yeah,
I can't dog the kitchen. You know what I mean? So respect to whoever laying out that menu, even if it might have been one of them dick sucking motherfuckers had to deal with.
Hey, bro, they was not gonna get a tip until I tasted the food, and then I was like, fucking around, give me something.
Right. Yeah, man. They was wild, man. It was say one thing, do another type shit, and then people just had a funky attitude. Like I'm standing upstairs talking to my stepdaughter who's working the door getting the money, and this dude just hollered upstairs, "What is this?" I was like, "What?" He said, "What is going on up here? Nobody told me nothing." I was like, "Well, who are you?" And he's like, "I'm the night manager." I was like, "Well, the owner, Chris, knows what's up. He got us all." You think we just showed up and like we gonna do some shit up here?
Just set up and they're upstairs.
Yeah, and he was like, "Well, how's it going? How you getting the money, or we running the till?" Like, "No, man, you ain't running my till. I got my own cash box. You crazy shit, motherfucker sitting right there. You crazy as hell. You ain't better. Nah, we ain't doing none of that." So then My numbers wasn't looking too hot, and they was turning people away. Hour and a half wait, turn them away. I said, look, man, I ain't worried about this money. I got cameramen up there. I got comedians up there. We want to put on a show. I was like, man, seat them upstairs. Free comedy show. They don't got to wait an hour and a half, and you ain't got to turn them away. And they get the dinner and the drink just like whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, talk to the waitress up there and see if she's okay with it. So I asked her, I said, will you do it? She's like, absolutely. I said, all right.
Yeah, she want that money.
So I go out front, smoke a cigarette, talking to somebody, and 5 people walk in and walk out. I said, what y'all doing? They said, oh, it's an hour and a half wait. I said, no, you can get seated upstairs immediately if you want to get a free comedy show. Oh, yeah. Walk back in, walk back out. I was like, what? The manager said we can't do it. I said, what? I go in there, I said, dude, I just asked the girl. She said it was cool. And then she come over. Well, I thought about it, and I thought it might not be a good idea. I was like, oh, you motherfuckers here, boy.
That's wild.
Still ended up having 35 people in the seats. Still put on a show. Lucius Williams came out there with a motherfucking hammer. Smacked him. Smacked him. So we did our thing. But, yeah, man, for the menu, go to 4 Pegs.
Facts.
If you want to book a show there, don't do it.
Yeah, if you didn't know, they got 3 of the pegs displayed in the lobby to like symbolize the restaurant name, and then the 4th one is up their ass. And that's
boom. There it is.
There you go.
That's a fact. So I guess we'll get into it a little bit before we get into the meat and potatoes of it all. What inspired you to do comedy?
I always been funny, man. I rapped for like a long time. Since I was like 15 years old, I was in studios, I was doing shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I got real into the underground Louisville music scene. And so I knew that I wanted to entertain and perform from like a super young age. And I've always been funny. So like even when I joined the Army, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not allowed to fraternize with like higher ranks, but the way that I carry myself and the way that I talk my shit,
yeah,
everybody fucked with me to the point where like I was hanging out with people that I shouldn't be hanging out with.
Right.
And so I guess what kind of led to me doing stand-up was the job that I'm at now. One of my buddies was changing out an electric meter at Kaiju.
Mm-hmm.
And he saw the flyer for the comedy attack. And he was like, hey, you need to go do the stand-up.
Yeah.
And so I was like, fuck it, I'll do it. And at first he was like, yeah, it's funny. And then I told him, I was like, hey, you guys coming out tonight? He was like, for what? And I was like, that comedy night. He was like, oh, for real? Boom. Did that first set at Kaiju, smacked it. And we're not looking back, bro.
Hell no.
We're not looking back.
That's exactly what I'm on, man. That was me. I was always like on the stoop funny, lunch table funny, you know?
Yeah, situationally, conversation funny.
Yeah, just with the homies and shit, talking shit, you know what I mean? That was like, I think my first stand-up, well, not stand-up per se, but my first going to comedy was like Jonesing, you know what I mean? Like playing the dozens, you know, signifying, you know, we just always busting, like everywhere, every part of my life was set up with that. Like when playing sports. Growing up playing sports and shit, you know, you and the homies in the locker room at school, and she always fucking around talking shit
on the handball court.
Yeah. I was handball champion 2 years running. An ambidextrous cat took me out the game.
You got to put one behind your back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is this man cheating ass motherfucker here? But yeah, man, like that shit. And then after that, like in the streets, running the streets for a little bit, doing dumb shit. Yeah, that was the same thing. You know, if you ain't out doing ill shit and you're just hanging out at the park, smoking, doing dumb, playing dice, you always talking shit. Then I got into construction, same shit. Construction workers are the shit talkingest motherfuckers you ever know, like thick skin shit talking too. Yeah. Like you come in there talking about how you just found out your wife was fucking the neighbor and the whole motherfucking squad's crying, laughing at you. Like, this pussy motherfucker here.
You got to do any houses for sale by you? Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, no remorse for your life. And, like, that was always what we did. But starting this podcast shit, man, I was trying to get comedians to come on the joint. So I started going to the comedy club, just trying to get them to come on the joint. And I went to a Bardstown Theater R.I.P. to Doug. I didn't really know him like that, but that was my first ever place getting up. I always kind of hold it near and dear to my heart. You know what I mean? That's my first ever time doing it. And John Smothers, the host, shout out John Smothers, hell of a dude, man. Cool as a fucking fan. I showed up early one day and he was just like, sign up, man. Just why not?
Yeah.
And plus, I think he's just trying to get people on the list.
Yeah. For sure was trying to fill his spots up.
Yeah, so I went up there, man. It wasn't like your first time out. Ate a bag of dicks. I was on shrooms. Didn't really know what I was doing. I had him going for a minute on one joke. For some reason, I just decided to pivot into a shit my pants joke, and it didn't land at all.
Yeah.
But then after that, it was just like, the funny thing is, I always loved stand-up. I've always been a nerd.
Same. Yeah.
I've always watched the specials. I remember my first time ever. You remember back when you would, like regular cable, when you get the free HBO for the weekend?
Yeah.
My parents had that. My grandmother's supposed to have me. She dropped me off early. She had a date or something. And my parents are watching Dennis Miller.
Okay.
Live HBO special. And I wouldn't go to bed and shit. And they were trying to watch it. I had motherfucker, you can sit here and watch this shit. You ain't supposed to, because, cussing and rated R. I wasn't of the age of I could watch that shit yet.
Yeah, like we wasn't waiting for 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Quit playing.
It's like I couldn't watch the movies, but I could hear my dad cuss out people all day long. So I was like, well, I've already heard motherfucker, cocksucker. I've heard it all already. You know what I mean? But anyway, so they was trying to be good parents, I guess. But anyway, they let me sit there and watch it. And watching him on that stage and that crowd crying, laughing, and the way he just commanded the stage, my parents laughing, I was like, yo, that is fucking dope. And then my grandmother had VHS tapes of Carlin. And I'd, go to the crib, pop one of them in, watch him cry, laughing. I didn't even understand half the jokes that it was political. I didn't know what the fuck was going on in politics when I was a kid. But it's still.
But it's the way they're carrying it. It's the way that they're delivering it. It's the energy. It's
Yeah.
all of those things.
And as a kid, you seen this old dude with his white ponytail talking crazy shit. You're just like, well, I've never seen no old man like that before in life. You know what I mean? So it just always resonated with me. And I always wanted to do it in a way. But honestly, and this is the most bitch shit I'll ever admit to, but it's true. Nutty Professor 1 backed me off from even going to see comedy. Like, I would only watch specials. I wouldn't even go see it. Dave Chappelle going in on Clump like that. I was like, man, they're going to do that to me on my arm, dog. And, like, I don't know how they're going to play. Like, I'm going to get kicked out. I'm going to drag this motherfucker off stage. I'm going to throw something at him. Like, I don't want all these motherfuckers laughing at me. You know what I mean? But that was when I was young. And the older I got, just with age and time and understanding, like, I just quit giving a fuck about my arm. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't give a fuck what you said about it or not or whatever. And
it's that thick skin that you develop over time.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
So over time, it became less and less of a thing. And then obviously, if anybody see me get on stage, I don't give a fuck about talking about it now. So it went full circle. But yeah, dude, it's wild. That movie fucking really did. Because, like, as I got older, people were like, man, we're going to a comedy show, man. Fucking comedians. I ain't going to a comedy show. I go in there, they're going to have some arm jokes. Now we got to fight Cat Williams. Fuck that shit. Like, I ain't doing this shit. You know what I mean?
You would have won. He lost to like a 13-year-old. So you would have beat him up.
Yeah, that's for sure. That is for sure. But but it's just funny thinking back at it and thinking about how just goofy that thought was. Like, a movie scene kept me away from doing this shit for a long time. And then, of course, as I got older, kids, jobs, and shit, I just never really thought that I was ever like put the time into it.
Yeah.
But then I put the time into doing this podcast and shit. So it all just kind of married together, man. But it was wild, because I've always dug it, but I never thought really about me doing it.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even want to do his podcast shit.
Right.
I came to a homie. He knows all kinds of musicians, from rock to rap to country to whatever. And I was trying to promote shows. And I was like, come on, dog. You know all these people. I know a dude with a venue opening. He ain't got a booker yet. We can get right in there, man. We fill the house up, do some good shows. We can keep it going.
Yeah.
He was like, I ain't fucking with them artists and they bullshit. And then he comes to me. I was like, man, I got my podcast shit set up. I want you to help me run it and manage it. I was like, oh, so you don't want to deal with all them artists and the bullshit, but you want me to deal with your bullshit. I said, I see how that shit go. So we end up doing this shit.
Right.
But through this shit, the first one we did was called United Hard Hats of America. it was a 200-man men's group, like a motorcycle club. But instead of motorcycles, you just had to be a construction worker. Wear a hard hat. You wear a hard hat and steel toes to work. You meet the criteria, to be in this club. We do live events, man, axe throwing, burger challenges, strip club runs, ball game runs, like fucking camp outs, kayaking trips, all kind of shit.
You saved it with the strip club. That was almost gay.
Yeah. Honestly, everything else we did was kind of gay.
Yeah, we shared sleeping bags. It's like we could stay the warmest.
Looking like the wild hogs. Sitting in the dirt.
Why am I on dirt when I spent 3 hours blowing? Like...
So we had all that shit popping off, man, and then like everything else, man, motherfuckers lose motivation, fall to the wayside, da.
Life.
And then we end up getting into this shit, But the funny thing is, like, now I'm promoting comedy shows.
Right.
But the funny thing, like, say full circle. Before I did this, I was trying to promote music.
Yeah.
Now I'm promoting comedy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, we was throwing events for the UHOA shit. Now I'm throwing comedy events. So, like, everything I really set out to do, I'm doing it. It just comedy took me in the direction I needed to go. It's like the
catalyst.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really I empathize with that a lot, bro, because I was always a fan of stand-up. And like I said, I always knew that I wanted to be an entertainer, like from doing impressions and, you know what I'm saying? I was big most of my life. So even when I was little, I like hit the truffle shuffle for a motherfucker to get a laugh. You know what I mean? But I always thought there's no way I can get on stage and like write jokes and bring it full circle and have a concept and have a topic and, you know what I mean, move from da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
And after doing music and shit, like I learned that's where I really got my stage presence from. You know what I'm saying? Because especially if you're rapping to a crowd and they're already kind of unsure about you, the last thing you want to do is stand in one place and spit to a room of 15 people. Like, you want to talk about bombing? That's the fucking That's the ultimate bomb. You're a fat white dude in Kentucky that stood in one place and rapped to 15 people at a dive bar. Like, I've already bombed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Getting into comedy, it's like I'm taking those life experiences and, I also learned to just be creative and put effort into writing jokes, which is something I didn't think that I could do it because I never thought of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So once I started thinking about it, I was like, you know what? I probably could actually do that. And now it's all coming to fruition. And
that was me when the first couple times I got on stage, I was like, man, I'm just going to say this shit up, make people laugh at work. And then when I got up there and I realized it don't translate like that, like the way I say it, because like, a story, it might take 2 or 3 paragraphs of the story to get to what's funny about it. And motherfuckers just talking conversation, it kind of rolls like that. But on stage, if you go 3 minutes before you hit that punch and that delivery, you better fucking nail it. Because everybody's looking at you like 3 fucking sentences before you said a joke.
You spent 3 minutes telling me that Ricky bought you a 2x8 instead of a 2x4. Like that was the lead up to that.
Yeah.
So, I got you. I struggle with that right now too, because I feel like, in all respect to like anybody that gets up on stage and does any type of performance thing in front of the audience, respect.
Yeah. Dude,
because
the worst comedian I've ever seen at an open mic, the biggest shit sandwich I've ever seen taking a bite out of, I got mad respect for him.
Yes.
Because respect. You had to have balls to get up there and just do it. Now doing it good, obviously, is everybody's goal, but just getting up there and especially the ones that own their shit, like they're bombing. It's going horribly, but they're still in pocket doing it. Like the worst ones I hate is when you hear somebody hit a flat line and they're like, well, I'm still working on that. Man,
nobody cares, bro.
It's not going to change the fact that they didn't like. They're not going to be like, oh, well, nobody gives a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't do good, dog. And that's the thing. Like, I had to learn. I didn't really have to learn because I already knew it. Because I feel like I came in at the right age, just as far as realistically looking at my trajectory and what it takes to do this shit.
Facts.
So I'm glad I had a little age on me doing it. But like, man, like if you just eat a shit sandwich, just eat the motherfucker. Dog.
Yeah, just
you know what I
eat it.
mean? Like
You know what I'm
you
saying?
could always go back in, recraft it, reword it, figure it out. But or somebody was like, well, I was walking my dog. And then everybody looks in and then they go through their notes. Like, get out of that fucking notebook, dog.
Yeah, that's my big thing.
Give them the real.
And so that's why I set it up like that. If you go up on stage, I got respect for you. And by all means, I know that I have to pay my dues and I want to pay my dues to the game. But it's so difficult for me to do a 5-minute set because a lot of my shit is like a setup. You know what I mean? Like I'm a storytelling motherfucker. Like I wanna get into it. I want to tell a story. I want to get to the punchline when I get to the punchline. So it's challenging me to be brief about it, and I'm having trouble like stepping on my laughs right now. So that's one of the things that I'm like going through right now, stepping on my laughs.
Oh God, dude, I did that. I had this joke about this dude inviting me to play wheelchair basketball. When I was like,
yeah, that's so fucked
I was
up.
like, when he asked me, I was like, what? Like,
So you gonna give me a double handicap?
Yeah.
Like you just want to win?
Yeah.
Why don't you just say that? I'll call you a winner and we can skip.
so I got to the end of that joke, and I got the rise, and then I said a bunch of shit afterwards, and it was like, okay, buddy, you got the laugh, you got the joke, like another joke, you got something else, you know what I mean? And then like my buddy was there and he recorded it, and I listened back, and it was like, you got the rise, and then I said the shit afterwards, and it was just like, man, I was like, fuck, I should have just left that there.
Shout out to the mailman.
Another one.
Shout out to the mailman, because he told me, he said, just because people are being quiet doesn't necessarily mean that you're bombing. He said a lot of times if you get a big laugh and then you step on it, people are listening because they're trying to catch up to what you're doing. So if they're being quiet, they're listening to what you're saying. So I could be killing a show, and then I'll hit like a lull. And now I'm knowing that it's because, motherfucker, you're talking too fast. Like, play your weight. You know what I'm saying? Slow down a little bit.
Danny Hooks. You seen Danny Hooks?
Yeah.
Master at the pause and the break in between jokes.
Absolutely.
I started watching him, and that's when I started slowing my shit down more. And I still got to work on it. But Danny, like, I've seen Danny just hold a laugh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, he's prolific. I've seen that motherfucker go up there and maybe say 2 or 3 sentences.
Yeah.
At first,
just have people weak at the knees.
And just, but he'll just walk around a little bit, look, give a little giggle. And but he knows exactly what he's doing with it. You know what I mean? And I started watching him. When I first seen him do it, I was like, did he just forget his shit? But then I started seeing how he was doing it. And like, his timing is impeccable.
And see, I know that I'm gonna be okay because I got the facial expressions and stuff like that when I'm on stage. Like I can non-verbally communicate with my crowd.
Yeah.
And I can be good. I just need to start, implementing that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
you ever? But I don't know why I always use this thought. I guess years of construction work. You know, welders. And they talk about when they're welding, you got to stack it like dimes.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at laughs. You got to stack it like pow, 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 pow. You know what I mean? Like, I started going back and listening to, which this ain't my style or the way I would do it, but just the way they do it. Fucking Rodney Dangerfield.
Okay.
He would do Carson. And then in the interview, it was like he was still on stage. He was never off. Yeah. He would just boom, 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 just fucking beating them over the head with it. Like, and I always like, it's weird because I came in trying to do like the storyteller route. Like I was kind of trying to like take like the Ron White path. You know what I mean? Because that like Dr. Phil story, 14 minutes of him just beating the fuck out of the crowd. But the story is a seamless story from top to bottom. You know what I mean? Yep. And that's how I try to come in. That's where I really started trying to work on my writing because I was trying to do it like he does it. But my stories were just too wordy. It was just like, I would even be saying them on stage. And I'm looking at the crowd the way they're looking at me. I'm looking at myself like, am I going to get to a point here in a minute or what?
And I think that's where we were talking earlier about a lot of our material is, based off. It's made out of stone. It's shit that's happened to us. It's experiences that we've had.
Yeah.
So I think if we're able to kind of turn that a little bit and change out some of the facts while keeping the main plot of the story the same, you know what I mean, to make the journey more exciting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We want to take a jet. We don't want to take a car. We're going to get to the same place either way. Like, I know that when I get to this punchline, I'm going to get a laugh out of it. But instead of taking my time on how it actually happened, which might have been funny in the moment, throw some cinnamon on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Just spice it up a little bit in between.
That's also I started writing my shit like an essay, and then I would just try to chop the fat. Now I just write the funny part of the story, and then I started recrafting the story, but just with as many jokes as I can pile in there as possible, but always trying to stay on the topic of what I'm talking about. But you know what I mean? Like double and tripling down on this, adding this to it, you know what I mean? Because I realized when I was writing it out like an essay, even though I would trim it and trim it and trim it, it was still coming out like me and you just talking now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why I was like, well, fuck it. I know where I want to go. So I write where I want to go first. I put down the destination.
Yeah.
And then I start trying to build off of that. I don't know if it's right, but it seems to be working better than the last way I was doing it.
You don't realize how wordy your bit is until you're trying to get it into a YouTube short or an Instagram reel, bro. You're like, fuck, I can't.
Yeah.
I got the beginning of the joke, and then I got the middle, which is also important. And here's the end. I can't get all of it in there in 60 seconds. Like,
yeah, that's like now I'm running this bit about peculiar shit I've seen and done at Planet Fitness. And I pretty much got my closer on there. But all the shit I added to it and the other stories added to it, they're clunky. So now I'm trying to streamline it. And first I was going like, well, this day I went and this happened. And this day, and this day. I was like, fucking days. I'm going to make it all one day.
Yeah.
You know, one day all this shit happened.
Yeah.
So now that's why I'm trying to sew it in to bring all the characters in together for it. You know what I mean? And it seems to be working better. I ain't got it where I want it yet, but that's the beautiful thing about the runs through the week.
Facts.
You start on Tuesday, you hit it twice. Wednesday, you can hit it twice. Thursday, you hit it once. And then you got the Sunday show. So within a week, if you really hit them, you'll have that motherfucker looking like something. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like I did it at Kaiju, and I knew what I was going to do for the closer. And I basically just told them verbatim what happened. And everybody's like, God damn. And I knew it was going to be shitty, but I was like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. I'm just going to get it out. Get to the end.
Work on it.
I got to the end, and of course, everybody laughed at that shit. So I was like, that's the destination's there.
Yeah.
Now I got to get this motherfucking ride to get to where I want to be. So what I started doing is taking that closer and putting it at the beginning, because now I know I got that. I'm gonna raise the room.
Yeah.
But now I got to make these other jokes just as sharp as the closer to bring them up. Because if I start with that, then it's gonna be straight downhill. Facts. But over time, you can build it up to where it's on kilter with the motherfucking the closer, then the whole motherfucker's dope. Facts. You know what I mean? But I love this shit, man. I even love bombing. Just because it's like
I bombed the other day at 10:20.
Yeah.
Bro, I had too many drinks before I got up there. And I went up there, and I even like I have a strict like no phone policy when I get up there. Like I understand and I respect people that want to like bring the phone up there, like to see their material, especially if they're working on whatever.
Yeah.
That's cool. My set is only 4 minutes. You're gonna get me for 4 minutes without me looking at my phone or anything. But even then, I was like, let me bring my phone up here because I was gonna spit some new shit. Bro, I went up there and immediately grabbed the microphone and I said, well, fuck it. I forgot what I was going to talk about. So the other day I was in the shower and I was trying to beat off and I fell. And dog, that was the first time I've done a show where the light wasn't just in my eyes. And so I could see everybody.
Yeah.
And so I'm watching them watch me bomb. And I got to a point where like at the end of the story, I fell out of the bathtub and I nutted on the floor, dog. And so I was like, and then my legs were Joe Swanson on the floor, and I just, like hit the mic, and bro, nobody even blinked, and this shit was comedy to me. Like,
to me, that's fun too, because it's like, all right, I'm not provoking the emotion I wanted, but as long as this speaker's still working, I'm just holding you hostage with this bullshit, man.
Yeah,
and that to me
bro.
is funny too. You know what I mean? Or like I say something and it's like, you weren't supposed to say that, and then and then you see the whole room tighten up. I started laughing on stage about that shit. I'm like, I know you motherfuckers hated that shit, but God, like, I went to Randy's, Uncle Randy's mic on Sunday, 21st one time, and God bless him. There's a man and a woman, African folks, singing African songs. And that shit was fucking horrible, dog. It was insanely bad.
It's like, what you don't know is it's the #1 hit in Nigeria right now.
Yeah, probably so. So I'm looking at a couple comedians go up. I'm like, nobody gonna say nothing about that, huh? I'm like, well, I'm your Huckleberry, you know what I mean? And it's in February.
Oh, fuck.
Yo, I walked the whole room. I walked the host. I walked the whole bar on this fucking joke. And then after this joke,
the host?
Uncle Randy just walked out. He knew I was going down fast, dog. It was hilarious to me. And then this dude walked in, and he got like half his afro's picked out, the other half is mangled up and shit, but he's dressed all fly and shit. I said, oh, shit. Right after I eat shit making fun of these African cats, he walks in. I said, y'all don't know a celebrity when you walk in the room? And they're like, huh? I was like, buckwheat all grown up. Another one that just everybody's like, what the fuck?
Oh, God.
I went out on the patio up there to smoke a cigarette, and Randy just looked at me like, I don't even know if you can come back.
Yeah.
But to me, I'm still laughing at this shit because I was like, fuck y'all, dog. This shit was funny, man.
Was
funny to me at least. But yo, and then I go to High Horse a couple weeks ago, and the African couple's in there. I said, should I run it back? And then I asked William McKenzie. I said, dog, I ate dog shit making fun of them the other day. I was like, should I run it back? He's like, do you want to?
Yeah.
I was like, I kind of do.
Yeah.
Just to see if I can actually get it. But then I was like, I'll let him live, dog. I'll let him live, man. But yeah, dude, but that shit to me is the fun part about it, man. Yeah. Like, you ain't always gonna fucking kill it.
Bro, if you can't laugh at yourself, like, I don't know. I feel like comedy is a little bit like love. Like, you gotta love yourself before you love anybody else. Having said that, I know that a lot of comics get their material based out of like a hatred for themselves.
Oh God, yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's hard to witness.
Bro, listen, I'm gonna tell it like this. I love me for who I am. I fucking hate being fat. I don't do anything to change it. So I might as well fucking make fun of it, bro. Like, I'm not gonna get on the treadmill, but I'll make a joke about it. Like,
yeah. Well, it's like me now. They got these motherfucking hand 30s and shit with the fucking, it'll do all the, like, I ain't even trying to get one. I'm like, dude, I'm just kicking around with the nub, dog. That's how I roll. You know what I mean?
Fuck it, bro.
There ain't been too many things I can't do in life without it anyway. I mean,
you're like the only one that could put your arms up on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Like, without being scared about repercussions.
Exactly. Well, the right goes, I'm really fucked. Now I got to use the mic stand. Now I got to lean in, can't grab the shit.
Pinch it.
Put it on my neck.
What you doing? What you doing, girl?
So it's one time me and the wife. Oh man, but yeah, dog, that shit's. But yeah, like people ask me all the time about the prosthetics. Man, you gonna get one? I was like, I think I've made it this far without it. I don't even really care about it. You know,
I thought about making a paper mache arm and bringing it here, bro, but I didn't have the time, dog. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have the time.
I like that though because I wish you would have done that because the gay joke about us camping would have went right back to you for bringing me a paper mache that you made. Like you sat there and did this.
I would have been hurt, dog, especially if I painted it, bro. Come on, you know, inflation, paint done went up,
man. Well,
that shit is wild.
They keep fucking with that the economy, bro. Going to Waffle House is gonna be like going to Ruth Chris the way they doing them eggs. Your omelet gonna be a $30 omelet. Like, it's just Waffle House.
You got I'm gonna have to worry about my fucking feet. My diabetes is gonna catch hold of my ass, dog. They're making it hard for a motherfucker to eat healthy.
Oh, you ain't lying.
Making it difficult.
That's what
Taco Bell is the only eco-friendly establishment that I know about.
And that's another thing too, man. I've always had bad guts. And dude, doing comedy, because I'm in the back door 2-3 nights a week, or I'm at La Bamba's, or eating some shit like that, man. But it's like I don't eat before I go on stage because I got bad guts.
Yeah.
And it ain't like nerves at this point. It's like I don't want to shit myself on stage. But but I get off stage, a couple beers, a couple shots, and I go eat some motherfucking wings and some bombers or something.
Go ahead, pull a Bobby Lee. Just shit yourself, dog.
Did he do it on stage?
Nah, he did it at Hot Ones. Yeah. That's wild, bro. That's confidence.
Yeah, mad confidence.
I'm not getting naked on stage, bro.
Nah, that's one thing I ain't gonna do. I always hear stories about like Ari Shaffir pulling his dick out and shit. Like,
I do have a price.
I ain't doing that.
I do have a price. It's one of those age-old questions. Like, would you do X? Yes. Like, there's a price for probably everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just to be the shock and awe on stage and pulling out my dick, I'm not interested in it.
Yeah.
But you give me like, I ain't even shit. You give me $1,000, I'll probably do it. Just to be like, you gonna give me a stack right now?
Yeah. $1,000 is not worth the rumors that I'm actually a lesbian that are gonna come behind me pulling my dick out.
Angel had the biggest clit I've ever seen.
Yeah, bro. It was like, my PO officer. Took me 8 minutes to give a sample. I was like, I'm sorry. Gotta fuck. I was over trying to like get it out of here.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that's why. Like honestly. Bert Kreischer kills me with the shirt off shit. But now that motherfucker's made it to the point where he will never be able to go on stage with a shirt off.
No, I saw something where he spends like his shirts cost like $80 or something, $50 to $80. Like he buys these nice ass shirts, and when he takes them off, he throws them into the audience. So it's like a keepsake for somebody that got like a close seat, but they're getting like a nice ass shirt.
Yeah,
like he's spending like thousands of dollars a month on shirts, and he does not wear them. Shit is wild.
I'm sorry. If I was gonna walk on stage, take my shirt off and throw it, I'm walking out with one of them white undershirts, like a Hanes.
Yeah,
come in a bag, get about 5 or 6
Hulk
of them.
Hogan, that shit, dog.
Yeah, I'm coming in with the cheapest Walmart graphic tee I could find. Like, fuck it, if you gonna give it to him, like, here, motherfucker, sign it.
One bit that I'm thinking about doing, I'm not sure if I want to do it yet because I'm not on the level. Like, I think I'm still at a point where if I do it, they're gonna be like, hey, you can't do that anymore. Is when I went into Fall City the other day, I brought a beer with me. I think it was like a Miller Lite or something like that. And dog, I was gonna put it under my belly. And bro, when I was gonna go up there, I was gonna do my Mac Miller bit.
Yeah.
I was gonna be like, yeah, I'm sober, da da da. And I was gonna pull that motherfucker out. Just kidding. But I was like, you can't bring liquor into a bar, bro. So
yeah,
I'm waiting. I got some cool shit in store. You know what I mean? When I get to that level, but
that's the only thing I hate about some of these spots, these breweries we do. I mean, like, I'm not really big into craft beer,
bro,
or IPAs.
When we went to 1020, I'd spent, I don't know, bro. I spent like $8 on a beer that was literally just Olive Garden salad dressing, like in a snifter glass, dog. It was just, it was like balsamic vinegar and red wine vinegar like mixed together. This shit was trash.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They're like, I don't dig them, man. I don't dig them at all. Like, to me, the fanciest beer I drink is like Mexican beer. Corona, Dos Equis, Modelo.
See,
if I'm not drinking that, man, give me a Bud Light, or just give me I like tailgate beers.
Yeah,
cheap, goes down easy, drink on them all day.
Modelo is probably my favorite, bro.
I love it. I love it.
Modelo is fire.
I drink the fuck out of any Mexican beer. Actually, there's a brewery, I can't remember the name of it, in Louisville, but they got their shit in a couple restaurants. It's called La Bamba.
Yeah,
it's made in Louisville, but it's like a Mexican inspired beer.
Yeah,
that's pretty fucking good. That shit goes down like water.
Hell yeah.
All right, man. So we got a little backdrop here. We talking comedy. I think so we don't be fall into the clickbaiter realm. they seen our thumbnail. Let's talk this Let's talk this Chris Rock special, dog.
Let's do it, bro.
We both seen it.
Yeah.
We both got opinions on it.
Yeah, I watched it the other night with my wife.
Yeah.
And
what's your thoughts on it holistically? And we'll go back and forth.
So I want to start out with the positives. I liked at the end when he got into the whole Will Smith thing. I like how he tied in even at the beginning. Like, that's the last thing I need is another rapper to be mad at me. You know what I'm saying? I was digging that. I was digging the whole Will Smith bit. I don't know. I wasn't really feeling the special as a whole.
Yeah.
And it's not even like, he's a funny dude. He's a great actor. I like some of his other comedy stuff. I think that it felt a little bit angry and a little bit forced. You know what I'm saying? Which he has a reason to be like,
yeah,
motherfucker smacks you. Obviously, he's at a place where he can joke about it now, but it still feels like
he still feels. You can tell he still feels slight about it.
Yeah, like if he was 6 inches taller, he would set up a celebrity boxing match instead of the special. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
So it felt a little bit forced, and I'm not a huge fan of the whole repeating thing, especially if it's not something that I was really feeling in the first place. Like when he was like, what did he say? He was like a black woman trying to get the approval of a white mother-in-law or father, or whatever.
Yeah, the Meghan Markle.
Yes, yeah, Meghan Markle. And he said it like 3 or 4 times, and it was like,
you know what, dude? I noticed he did that on a couple jokes.
Several. That's what I'm saying. And that's why I say it felt a little bit forced. Like it felt like some of the material he wasn't ready to spit yet.
Right.
But it was almost like he felt like this was time. And so he had like a timeline of when he wanted to do it, and that's what this was. So yeah, it didn't flow very well with me, and I felt like some of the laughs were kind of like
yeah, the polite laughs, I like to call them.
Like it's funny, but it's not like
yeah, nobody's really like cut up.
Nope, I'm not gonna smack my knee.
Yeah,
Period.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna smack my knee. It was like the little hee-hees. My wife liked it. I was trying to go to bed, and I made it through the whole thing because she said that I didn't want to hang out with her. So I was like, let me go ahead and watch this motherfucker.
Oh, my wife gets me that just doing the comedy shit all the time. I'm like, all right, I'm going to the show. She's like, I'll never see you anymore. I'm like, you want me to quit comedy? Like, and just keep painting? That's what I do during the day. You want me to just be a painter? And she's like, no, do you? I'm like, all right. But then like, so tomorrow night, are we going to do this again? Or
Probably.
You know what I mean?
Probably.
I love her to death. And really, you know, I mean, doing the day job, coming home, I was here obviously a whole fucking lot more than I am now.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's the worst part about comedy is there's only one way to do it. You got to get on that motherfucking stage and do it.
You got to go.
If I could sit here and do it, motherfucker, I'd never leave.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that ain't the shit. But going back into Chris Rock, I liked it, but I can't say that it was my favorite Chris Rock special.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, honestly, I liked it better than Tambourine, but I didn't like Tambourine much at all. So it really wasn't a good barometer. Now, do I like it better than like Bigger and Blacker? Fuck no. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But like you said, repeating the jokes, I understand it was almost like a pause and like to let the crowd catch up. But when you do it on like almost every joke, it almost seems redundant.
To me, it felt like, and this is why I said it felt like the material was new and he wasn't ready to spit it yet. To me, it was more like a repeating it for yourself so that you know what comes after this. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I know I went over this 1,000 times in my head, so I know that I'm going to say this, and after I say this, I'm going to say this. But when he got up there, it was like, finish the punchline for one joke, fuck, repeat.
Giving himself a little time.
Repeat. Okay, this is where I'm going.
That might have been what it was, because if you look at historically his sets, it ain't really like that's his style.
No,
he repeats
it's not.
himself. You know what I mean?
It's not.
So you know what, man? Who knows? But
Yeah.
it don't
And
sound
like
wrong.
I said, I'm not shitting on Chris Rock at all. I look up to him heavy.
don't
Like
know,
I
dude.
fucking love Chris Rock. I don't feel like that was your best punch. Like I feel like Will gave him his best smack, and I feel like he didn't give him his best smack back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. I tell you, like, I like the shit leading up to the Will Smith shit
yeah,
in pockets. Like he said some shit, I was like, oh fuck. And I loved him going after just like kind of like the PC culture. Just because it's like, dude, like these are stand-up comedians that have made money speaking their mind their entire life.
Yep.
And now you want to switch the political ties and the tides to the point of you want to actually hold comedians to the standard that you would hold like a fucking politician or a preacher. That's crazy. You know what I mean? And like you need these truth tellers to like, the thing is, even if you make a hard joke or a dark joke or an edgy joke, whatever it is, your goal is to talk about an uncomfortable scenario, but bring levity to it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's right what's needed nowadays more than ever. So like for him to kind of punch back at that bullshit, I respect it. I felt awful when he flubbed the concussion joke. Oh, I felt bad. Just as a comedian, I was like, damn, I know in his heart he was like, fuck. You know what I mean?
And
like,
that goes back to what I was saying, bro. Like I feel like, and to be fair, that's not that type of material isn't really something that you can go and work out before you tape a special.
Right.
Because if you go and you do, a couple, Chris Rock is going to sell out a show.
Guaranteed.
So if you go and do a couple sold out shows before you go and tape your special and you put that shit in there, it's going to leak.
Yeah.
Somebody somewhere is going to leak what you're talking about. They're going to leak a video. They're going to do something. It's going to be out that he's doing material on XYZ.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So I feel like it was kind of tricky for him, and I feel like he was a little bit, I don't want to say like unprepared, but just for lack of a better word right now, it just felt like a little bit unprepared,
Yeah, and my thing is too, I think he showed massive balls.
Huge.
By doing the first one live.
Yeah.
Like it streamed live on Netflix the first time it dropped.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think, as you're talking about, I think we've seen the negatives of shooting it live because he knew he flubbed that joke live on Netflix.
That was
it
probably,
wasn't like usually when they do a special, there's like 3 or 4 rooms, and they'll record it all
and put them together.
Put together the best shit.
Yes.
But so he does that on a regular special. We never know about it.
Exactly.
But live, we always like, oh, he fucked the joke, and he even said it. He's like, I fucked the joke up. But it's like, and I know in his head he was like, in his head he was like, fuck me. And that might have been.
It still was a good joke too, and that is as raw,
as good as he probably could have.
Yeah, that is as raw of a special from a professional comedian that a lot of people will see unless you go and you catch a big name at a comedy club.
Yeah,
on like an open mic night. Like unless you, like you said earlier, like unless you go to some random open mic and you watch Dave Chappelle bomb with your own eyes, you'll never see it.
Yeah, exactly.
So that is probably like as raw as a well-established comic working out material as a lot of people will see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially on the main stage like that, dude. Like Netflix special, first one ever recorded. Like, I'll give him, he had balls just to say I'll do it.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. Most comedians be like, fuck you.
To go live on Netflix?
Yeah. Like, no, I'm gonna do 3 nights.
Yeah.
And then we'll edit it.
Yes.
Then they'll get it. So I'll give him respect for that. I mean, that was a ballsy move. I'm not gonna say I don't think it's gonna be like the trend now. I don't think a lot of comedians are gonna do it like that.
No, I think that he handled that whole situation from the very beginning with the utmost class. With ultimately, I think that he did the right thing by making light of it when it happened and not striking back and not going off. It happened. He kind of laid low for a minute. His brother said some stuff.
Yeah.
He left it alone. You know what I'm saying? I think that was absolutely the right thing to do. Me personally, if that's like my first time, like really coming back and addressing some shit that like the world saw.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm coming hard.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be a bit. It's going to be like half the show. It's going to be fucking hard. And it's going to be super thought out, executed.
Yeah.
Like the shit is going to hurt. It's going to be dark. It's going to be funny as fuck. You know what I mean?
And from what you're saying is the amount of time from when he got slapped to the special dropping. And like you said, like this, the fact that this motherfucker came on stage and slapped you. And this is like your get back. You know what I mean? Like publicly, your get back. And like you said, he sat back. He wasn't on a bunch of interviews and talking about it and all this shit. So I think that too, when you're coming out and everybody knows what the fuck you're going to talk about. Everybody was waiting on that shit.
Yeah.
I think that too kind of shot him in the foot doing it live because it put more pressure on him.
Yeah, this is what everybody's been waiting on.
Yeah, so like you said, like knowing everybody's been waiting on it, knowing it's been a year, knowing that nobody really wants to hear any of your jokes other than this, honestly. You know what I mean? As far as like the general public.
Yeah.
To do it live and to, like you said, like kind of like, you can tell he's like a little nervous. He's in his head a lot. Like, for everybody to be wanting to hear what you got to say about this shit, that should have been where you, like you said, you come in there with a hammer, bow, bow, bow. You just come in there fucking shit up,
crush,
just fucking like Chris Rock, bigger and blacker Chris Rock. You know what I mean? Like fucking come in there and just bring the pain.
Put
Chris
your
Rock.
foot in it,
like, you know what I mean? So like I said, I give him the kudos to have the balls to do it like that, but at the same time, with so many people waiting to hear your perspective, because we done heard Will Smith's apology, Jada Pinkett's bullshit, everybody else talking about it. But from your perspective of the dude that got slapped, like you should have came in there swinging. But I did not like it. You know what I mean? But it's just like I feel like I think I'm feeling what you're saying, man. I feel like he should have just came way harder.
Yeah.
Way harder.
I'm not saying I am saying I didn't like it. I won't watch it again. Like it's not something that I'll turn on if I want to laugh. You know what I'm saying?
I tell you how petty I am. The funniest thing to me about that whole shit is what he was talking about Jada. He said, "Ain't nobody picking on that bitch." I don't know why, but that line just had me fucking crying. Bro. I was like, he was just like, "Fuck her." You could tell in that line, he was like, "Man, I've had enough of this shit. Her alopecia. I don't give a fuck."
Yeah, bro.
he just like, "Fuck it, man. I'm tired of
sucking
this
your
shit."
son's best friend's dick. It was like, yeah, bro. Yeah.
And I think I love too. He put everybody in the house. He's like Charlemagne called him a bitch. Nori called him a bitch. He was just throwing everybody out. He was like, and he hit me. Like, dude, like, I love that he laid it down. Yeah. But I just feel like, man, they could have done it in a better way.
Oh, bro, I'm talking about I would have rode everybody out, dog. I definitely would have drugged Jada through the mud.
Oh, dude, I would have done my really the whole fucking special could have been him just talking about them and just fucking murdering them.
That's what I'm saying. From open to finish, it's gonna be littered with shitting all over them, bro.
Yeah, like from the top. I'm talking about your kids.
I also know that that's not. At the same time that I say that, one of the issues that I had with it was that it seemed angry.
Yeah,
and I don't know if that's why it came off as unprepared as well, is that there was like still emotion there. You know what I mean? I'm sure. You know, addressing something because something like that happens, bro. That's fucking embarrassing. Getting slapped like that in the public eye like that is fucking embarrassing.
On national television.
Bro, like people around the world are watching this shit and you got smacked in the face, dog. Are you kidding? Like that's embarrassing. So I understand if there's still emotion there. So at the same time that I say that, I would want to make sure that it didn't come off as angry or bitter. But yes, like from the word go, I would have fucking drug at minimum Will and Jada.
Yeah, that
I might have drug fucking I might have drug Jaden into it. I don't know.
Oh, I would have had to because it was his homeboy that knocked off his mama. You got to speak on that.
You know.
But I'm telling you the truth, man. Like you said, that little sentence he said, he was like, "Ain't nobody picking on that bitch." That should have been within the first 5 seconds of that goddamn bit. You know what I mean? Like that's how he should have came in with some shit like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I tell you what, I think the biggest misstep was on that special. And like I said, I can't shit all over because I liked it in pockets. I can't say I liked it holistically, but I did like it in pockets. But we're talking about a really famous man, Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Money out the ass.
Yeah.
Millionaire.
Yeah.
That outfit, bro, that is rough. What the fuck? Who
I couldn't
told
fit into
you?
wore.
Who told you them platform boots and inside out jeans with the pocket hanging out was the move? And then your shirt ain't even the same white as your pants. Like, yo,
It gave me Portland energy.
How the fuck did Dave Chappelle doing a special in a janitor's fucking overalls look more decent than that goddamn outfit? I was like, yeah, what? Where did you get them boots? Them Doc Martens? Like,
he should have came out in wardrobe from what was that shit that he did? Grown Ups.
Yeah.
He should have came out one of those outfits, bro. You know what I'm saying? He gonna smack the motherfucker from Grown Ups. Like, you know, like
I mean, just jeans and a button down or something, player. Like that whole outfit was like you dressing like Will Smith's kids on the special. Them shiny white platform boots. I'm like, player, why?
And I know that shit probably costs more than my car.
Oh, I guarantee you. That's probably a $5,000 of the clothes are better. Like, but platform boots, I know he's little, but dog, you can't see it on Netflix. You look big as fuck on Netflix.
Should have worn him at the awards. Maybe he wouldn't have smacked you.
Man.
He got up there and he was a little bit.
Or at least put one of them motherfuckers on his head, stop a motherfucker else, something.
Something, bro.
I tell you what, me and Tim Northern was talking about that, and I agree with Tim Northern too. I like that he came out swinging. He addressed the shit. He did a special.
Yeah.
But I still will never, ever be able to get past the fact that you are one of the world's biggest stand-up joke slangers in the world. And when Will Smith slapped you, he just walked off stage and you said whatever you said, and that was it. Like, he should have been they should have had to go to commercial break. I'm like, this motherfucker, Jada, the kid, sucking out August Alsina's. I'm talking right then and there. I would have gave him that motherfucking smoke. Like, you got the balls to come and smack me, motherfucker.
Like I said, utmost respect for how he handled that, because I don't give a fuck if Andre the Giant came up there and smacked me in the face, bro. If I'm not asleep, I gotta give it to you.
Yeah. If I ain't gonna fight you as a comedian, I still got this microphone. We still running live.
I'm swinging.
You getting these motherfucking jokes, dude.
This is like the biggest stage on TV possible for you.
Yeah.
And you just came up here and slapped me, dog. I'm gonna be on World Star.
Yeah.
For the next 10 years.
And my thing is,
me.
motherfucker come on stage and slap me. Motherfucker, it is on right then and there.
Yeah.
But Chris Rock might not be an aggressive cat like that, but he's a joke slinger. And he still had that microphone. They would have had to cut the commercial. And when they came back, I'd still be up there. Fuck these awards. Fuck who won this. I'm giving it to that fucking table the rest of the. You got to drag me off the stage.
2 for 20. Endless shrimp and boneless wings from Applebee's. Yeah, like
you know what I mean?
Cut straight to commercial, boy.
I would have been fuck you, motherfucker. I would have been going in on it. Like, I remember when you did that movie in the 90s when you was gay as fuck and now she's sucking out. I would have been going in, man. If I ain't gonna fight you, you get these jokes.
Yeah, bro.
That's the only thing I hated about the whole scenario. Like, he waited a year, did a special. All right. And I get what he was saying. Like, he was trying to uphold, what was it, the Oscars and fuck the Oscars. They didn't have nobody to stop a motherfucker from slapping you.
Bro.
Fuck their respect.
So what? Anybody can just walk up there and hit you now?
And then he wins an award and cries. And people were like, oh, poor Will. He just slapped fire out my ass. And you poor Will. When he was up there on stage crying, I'd have ran up there and grabbed the mic. Fuck his crying.
Kanye this shit.
Yo, they would have had to drag me out of that motherfucking room. I'd have been every comedian in there. I'd be like, yeah, Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Fuck, we gonna roast this motherfucker. Yeah. Either we roast him or we gonna beat him up. What you want to do? You a comedian
I would have loved it if Chris Rock's brother was there.
Oh, Tony Rock. Yo, he'd have ran down on him.
Oh, yeah, he would have beat him up.
And Tony Rock, the funny thing is, Chris Rock's got like 5-6 brothers.
Yeah.
Honestly, Will Smith kind of fucked up doing it. Like, because who's to say that one of Chris Rock's brothers still won't get with him? You know what I mean? Like they might just run down on you. You leave at Whole Foods with Jada, and the motherfucking car come down through. Like what do you say? His one brother drive a truck, semi truck, just swerve, knock your Maserati off the road or some bullshit.
I don't know, dog. Will Smith is like the motion picture 6ix9ine. I don't think anybody's gonna touch him, dog.
Nah, well that's the thing. It seems funny to think about running down on Will Smith, but could you imagine his security detail?
Oh, it's probably fat.
And honestly, could you imagine just Will Smith? That motherfucker's jacked. Yeah. He's yoked. He probably ain't really that easy to fuck with if you really tangled up with him. And plus, all the shit with his wife, he got some pent up. He might rip your head off.
Imagine you see Jada, so you think you're gonna see Will, and you run down, and it's her in August.
That's when you just see the TMZ, like
you end up in a porn with your shirt off. You're like, oh shit, my bad.
You know what? I ain't even worried about him slapping me.
Are y'all reenacting I Am Legend in here? He's got her like the dog, choking her bald ass out on the floor.
That is another misstep, though. He said Charlamagne called him a bitch, Nori called him a bitch, and he said the entanglement. He talked about it.
Yeah,
but I would have said that verbatim, like. August Alsina fuck down your chick and then went and played video games with your son. Like they was over there drinking juice boxes in your son's room after he done knocked down your I would have said August Alsina's name. I'd have put it on blast. Oh my God, dog. Like
I bet he used your soap too.
He walked around in a motherfucking robe that says WS on it.
Yeah, no shit, bro. He stole your Fresh Prince jersey, bro. Like he's wearing an authentic Fresh Prince jersey at home.
Yeah, actually, he's over eating brunch with Carlton right now.
Yeah, bro.
He said Jazzy Jeff gonna produce his next album.
Yeah,
like all kind of wild shit, dog. Bro. But yeah, man, it was like I said. I'll never be able to say it's my favorite one. I give him balls for doing the live.
Yeah,
I give him balls for actually coming out and finally putting. Like I feel like he at least put the shit to bed.
Facts.
Now, if we got Chris Rock's next special, and he's talking about this shit, like, hey, you already had the opportunity, bro. But I don't think a pro like that would even bring it up.
Nah, again. I think he laid that to bed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I think that was it.
Honestly, I think the dopest shit would be if he did some Chappelle shit in a couple months, dropped a whole nother special.
Or some skits.
Just doing Chris Rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because,
facts.
I mean, like, I thought.
Are you talking about just getting back to the roots?
Just doing a Chris Rock special. Yeah. Like, all right, I did that. I gave y'all what y'all asked for.
I would watch. If he dropped another special right now, I'd turn it on and see what he's talking about.
And I mean, I don't know if he does it, if he set it up like that or not. Probably not. But like Chappelle, I mean, you see when he dropped on Netflix, he was dropping shit, boom, boom, boom. He was just dropping them. So it's like it's possible he could have another one in pocket. I think, and for doing that one live for the first time, I really think Netflix owes him another special, just to be able to just do a special. Not no Will Smith, not no entanglement, not none of this. Just
I got you
do his
more
thing.
Views than you ever thought possible off this. You owe me a spot. You know what I'm saying?
And from what I heard, he got a deal like Chappelle. Like he had a multiple special scenario, business wise. That's what I heard when he did Tambourine, before this shit happened. So it's possible. Honestly, I think that'd be his best look. Let this go for like a month or two. Let everybody talk,
and then just go get back to the basics, bro.
And then just drop just a Chris Rock special.
Well, because I know. So I also heard I got tickets to go see Adam Sandler next month.
What's he at Palace?
No, Young Center.
Oh, that makes sense actually.
So I've heard that Adam Sandler's going. He's doing a tour, and I heard that in one of the shows he brought Chris Rock out. You know what I'm saying? So I think Rock is on the road with Sandler, maybe, you know what I'm saying, popping up different cities doing shows and shit. So
that might be where it is too. I think with Spade's on it too, and David Spade. I thought I heard he was. I think so.
Shit. Yeah. That's I said. Hey, all you need to do is bring out Kevin James, and I could die a happy man.
Right.
That's a funny motherfucker right there, bro.
Yo, one of the best clean comedians doing it.
Yeah.
I think him, Regan. What's my guy's name? Shit, the dude with the white hair. Fuck. Well, he ain't that good. I can't remember his name. No, I was playing. But that Jim Gaffigan.
Okay, yeah.
Jim Gaffigan and Nate Bargatze.
Yeah.
When it comes to clean comedy, them motherfuckers figured it.
They got it down.
I don't laugh at a lot of clean shit, honestly. I think I'm just got a perverted mind. But those motherfuckers make me laugh at their shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, honestly, I'd never even considered it for myself.
Facts.
Like, some people like, oh, if you do this room, it's clean. No, I ain't gonna do it. I was saying, like,
I'm gonna go in there and get kicked out.
What's the one? Crackers in Indiana? I think it's in Indiana.
Sounds right.
Sounds fucking perfect.
Sounds perfect, dog.
Yeah, shout out Evan Lewis and all your Indiana bullshit.
Throw a barrel on the end of that motherfucker. I'm definitely in there. What?
But Ben Potts was telling me, comedy club. Won't let you say fuck. But you can say shit, ass, pussy, cunt. No fuck. How does that even make sense? And I was like, I could probably do my material and leave a fuck out. But, like, if I'm riffing, I can't tell you what I'm going to say. If I'm like, the riff just comes to you.
That's how I talk, bro. Like,
I'm going to say fuck.
Who said that? Somebody said that. Somebody said it on the podcast. They're like, that's how I talk. Some people are like, I say, I care about you. I say, I give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I talk. That's how I communicate.
And that's another thing with this comedy shit, man. I'm not interested in doing a clean show just to do a show.
No.
Like, well, you can get on the show if it's clean. Like, I don't want to do it.
I'm cool.
And then, like, improv, I want no parts of it.
You don't?
No, I don't want to do that at all.
I fuck with improv tough.
And then acting.
I fuck with acting tough, too.
I don't want to do none of that. Like, the funny thing is, the only thing I want to do is stand. And I get it. And a lot of people translate well into it. And, like, improv is really a hell of a motherfucker, like, for your crowd work and your riffing. And I understand the value in working your stand-up muscle in doing it.
Yep.
But I just, honestly, with this shit, man, like, I'm really, like, for the love of the game of stand-up. Like, I don't really look at me being an actor or any of that.
I'm waiting on Tyler Perry to put me in a white role. Go ahead.
Like,
I'm in a barbershop.
If a motherfucker hits me up like, hey, man, we got a zombie movie we need to do. He got his arm chewed off. I'm like, all right, I bet. Whatever. You know? I mean,
corn syrup on that motherfucker.
Yeah, you can come me to check. I'll be a fucking Vietnam veteran or some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? but at the same time, it's like
Jack Harlow, they got his arm stuck in the room.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like fucking fucking white men can't jump too. Now white men can't cross over or some shit like that. I'll never be able to break an ankle again, motherfucker. But I don't know, dude. Like, I never really saw myself as an entertainer outside of doing stand-up. Like, I had plenty of homies that rap, and I was in the stew with them. I've been to the shows. I've passed out flyers to motherfuckers I knew wasn't coming and all this shit. But like, I've never, like, I get, we smoke a couple blunts, and if I'm in the studio, and I'll get on there and freestyle, fuck around. But I've never wanted to cut a record, just because it wasn't what I wanted to do. You know what I mean?
Your steez,
And it's like being in movies. I love movies. Shit, I'm a movie watching motherfucker. But I've never wanted to play a role. That to me, that like is what translates to my stand-up sets. Because all my stand-up sets have a token or a backline of my real life and my truth. I feel like that's why I'm comfortable doing my shit. But if I had to completely just be somebody else, I don't know how to put my mind into, well, you're not you're Billy who got attacked by a shark and you're a surfer from fucking Honolulu. I don't understand
That'd be a
that
cool
brain. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand how to put myself. I don't understand how to write jokes like that. Like my mentor, Tim, none of his jokes have anything to do with real life.
Word.
It's a blank piece of paper and a blank brain, and he fiction.
Word.
And that's how he gets shit off. And he's a fucking dynamic pro.
That's dope.
But me, I can't. The paper would just be blank. I don't know how to make it up like that. And I'm not saying anything wrong with that. Like, I'm jealous that motherfuckers can do it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm jealous of a motherfucker that can act.
I think of myself as more of like I'm gonna find a way type person.
Yeah.
Like I have the desire to do something, and so I'm gonna make a way. And I don't know, that might stem from like I don't got the rent money, but we're gonna make a way.
Right.
I want to pursue a career in entertainment. I'm gonna make a way.
Yeah.
Like I did the rap thing. I gave it up. I went back to it. I gave it up. I went back to it. I had a hell of people that were like, "Yo, you need to like seriously do this and that and this and that." It's hard to tell somebody else what they need to do, or it's easy to tell somebody else what they need to do. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
But
yeah.
when you don't have the funds, but then I jumped into stand up, bro, and it was like the most seamless transition. Like it makes perfect sense. Even people that were on my music tough, they're like, "What, you telling jokes now?" They listen to me and they're like, "Bro,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's it right there." And it's like, yeah, this is my life now. And that's what I talked to my wife and I was like, "Hey, are you like supportive of this? Like, is this okay?" And she said, "Yeah."
Same
So
shit I asked my wife. I was like,
I was like, "Well, then I'm a go." And you know me. You know me. When I say I'm a go, like I'm a go.
yeah.
And it's gonna be uncomfortable sometimes. I know you're gonna be irritated. I'm gonna have to work harder on the back end to show my family that I love them and I care about them because I'm planning on spending time away. Like
Yeah.
I'm taking these road trips because I'm so new. I asked for a little bit of advice from a couple people in the local scene, and they gave me some advice, and I didn't like it, so I'm not going to take it. Like
Yeah.
I had somebody tell me I would hold off on going to other cities until you've got like more stage time because you want to leave a good impression, and I dig that. But fuck that. Like I'm going. Like I
Yeah.
want people to know who I am. You're gonna hear my name. Like
Well, see, like I said, with Tim again, like I said, it's my mentor, man. So he drops jewels on me. And the same thing, like I don't think everything he says is gospel, but I do listen. Like our show at Four Pegs, he talked to me. He want to do a show. Asked me if I would help him promote it. I was like, yeah, I got you, man. I was like, who you want on it? I'm thinking this comedian, this comedian open, that comedian feature. You knock out the park, we'll get us a host. He's like, you're the host. I'm like, nah, man, you want somebody with more time than me, dog. I mean, you mean I'm gonna promote it for you and help you get it together, but nah, man, put a murderer on there.
Yeah.
Put somebody that's ready. He said, ready. He said, when exactly do you think you're gonna know you're gonna be ready? And I was like,
go do it.
I don't know, just whenever I feel like it. He said, you'll never feel like you're ready, or you'll never be ready, or he said, you can't. He's like, motherfucker, you want to do a show or not? He's like, you gonna host this show or not? And I was like, fuck it then. Let's do it. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm looking at him like you got 20, 30 years in the game. So if you telling me this and you the headliner, I'm gonna listen to you. You know, like that's the only reason I even put myself on the joint because like I was looking at him, I was like, all right, man, we get this dude the host, we get this dude, this chick, and we'll ride with it. He's like, nah, you
trying to wedding plan it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. But it's like, so like you said, like should you stick here longer and not go to other cities? But like, why? Because here's the thing, you're not gonna go headline another city right now.
Right.
You're gonna go do the same shit you're gonna do here, there. You're just gonna get up, do your time, meet some people, network, build your shit, work on your craft. And so who gives a fuck if it's in Louisville, Cincinnati, and the good thing is as you're doing it, but now you expanding your brand, you expanding your network. Even if you go up there and eat shit, can any comedian in Cincinnati say that they didn't?
Exactly.
No,
no comedian ever can say that they haven't eaten shit.
Not a one.
Not a one, especially not successful.
The worst thing that could happen is get on stage and your shit don't land.
Yeah.
But knowing that and knowing that's going to happen, it kind of frees your mind.
Yep. There's going to be rough rooms out there. There's going to be tough crowds. There's going to be shitty places and things that you got to go deal with. And it's about how bad you want it. And I want it. And I know that I'm able. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm never one. I dealt with self-image issues for so long, bro, and tearing myself down and telling myself that I didn't deserve X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
That now that like I'm a grown man and I have a family and I know who I am, I'm comfortable saying like I got it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because I'm new and I got new skin in the game and it hasn't been calloused as other people's, bro, like in a year's time, dog, I'm gonna be a fucking savage. Like I'm gonna outdo anybody else in the city.
Yeah.
And that's where my head's at, and that's what I'm moving toward always.
Yeah, and the thing is, dude, like none of the naysayers and other people that feel like they know better can really change your trajectory. You know what I mean? If you head down, that's what I always tell people, I'm head down. I'm just trying to do my shit. I ain't getting no local comedy beefs.
Nope.
I ain't trying to run down on none of these female comedians.
Nope.
I mean, like, I like to know them, and the because we're to me, they're like me and you sitting there talking. We're bonded between the art that we chose to do. So you know what I mean. But like, who gives a fuck what other people say? Like you said, if you head down and within a year you out here just murdering shit, like, who the fuck can say anything? Like everybody's heard it. It's probably cliche at this point, but I feel like it's true. Like Joe Rogan said, be undeniable.
Yeah.
If you get on stage and you rock that fucking crowd, no matter what the naysayers say, like, what can you say?
Yeah, what you gonna do?
The crowd fucking dug it. They were crying, laughing. They enjoyed themselves. They had a good night out. They would like to see me again. What else can you tell me that audience didn't tell me? The audience is the only thing that matters.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, the people that are listening to this podcast right now, you heard it here first. Andrew Thompson Comedy. I said it. I'm going to make you fucking feel me. Period.
Boom.
I'm going to make you feel me. I'm going to make you hear me. I'm going to make you recognize. Even if my style of comedy isn't for you, you're going to know the name. You're going to know the body shape. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're gonna know. You're gonna know about me, because I'm here to stay, bro. I got a passion for this. I got a love for this, and just like you said, bro, I got no time for the underground scene politics.
Yeah,
all of that shit is for the birds, bro. I'm doing this to support a family off of a craft at some point.
And plus, as we all know, like, local underground situations in politics is only local underground politics.
Yeah.
Nobody here can call a shot really here on you. But even outside of any kind of little bit of power they may think they wield in Louisville, you don't got shit in Cincinnati, Indy, Nashville, Florida, Austin, fucking Texas, which to me it should be like that. To me, all roads lead to Texas. That's where I want to go.
Yeah, facts.
But yeah, man. So it's like fuck them, fuck the haters, man. Like, to me, it's all proof in the pudding.
Yeah.
If I get on stage and I grab that microphone and I rock that crowd, what can you say to me? You can't say shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Good job.
You can't hate on me. You know, you could even still try to hate, but what does that? What? How much weight does that carry in my life when I know all them people in them seats laugh?
For me, yeah. Not only that, but I put half of those asses in those seats.
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck are you gonna say? Half the laughs that you got tonight were my people.
Yeah,
they came here to watch me, and you laughed at my jokes too. Why you got called lacking? Like, yeah,
right, exactly. Yeah. And like I tell people, like, at the end of the day with this comedy shit, you know, I think we all trying to, you know, shoot for the stars. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, me and you both have already got on a stage, grabbed a microphone, told jokes, and made people laugh.
Yeah.
We've already set out to do what we want to do.
Yep.
Now it's just to see how fucking good we can be at it and how far we can take it down the road. You know what I mean?
But run it up, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all seen that here first ever. We're going to make a t-shirt, me and him. Boom, just like that.
Yeah.
That's going to be some new swag coming to you soon. Any t-shirt printers in the background, hit us up. Make us a cartoon or some shit. But that's what I tell everybody. Like, I've already lived my comedy dream.
Yeah.
I stood on the stage, I grabbed the microphone, I told a joke, people laughed. Isn't that what the fuck we're here to do? So I've did it. Now let's just see how many times I can do it and how big I can do it. How many people I can make do it.
You know, my 6-year-old said to me today, I was watching one of my sets back on my phone while I was cooking him breakfast. And he said, "Daddy, was that you?" And I said, "Yeah, that's me." And he said, "You make a lot of people laugh, don't you?" And I said, "Yeah, I do." And he said, "I like that."
Hell yeah.
And I was like, bro, that, like, if that doesn't give you the gratification that you need, you know what I mean? Almost nothing will, bro. Like, I'm I'm doing something that I love that's positive. I'm sending a positive message to my kids and hopefully opening up a door for them to express themselves artistically as well.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Couldn't ask for more.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing. Like me and my daughter, she's in art school, 12 years old. She got in with visual art. She's a hell of a painter and drawer, but now she wants to get into theater. I was like, that's dope, because that's kind of my lane too. Like we basically, performing, we doing entertainment, in our own way. I was like, but that's dope. And I was like, maybe I can meet some connections down the way to open some doors for her and what she want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like this podcast shit, if I could ever get Blurred Minds Media to actually build up to be something, like I built it to hand it off to her.
Yeah.
This is your joint now. I done got it this far. Take it down the road. You know what I mean?
Facts.
I'll be in motherfucking Austin, Texas, telling jokes for a bald MMA promoter.
Hey, you right about that too, though. All roads lead to Austin, bro. I swear they do. We need to get you trying to go.
Fucking right, I'm trying to go, though. To me, that's Mecca right now. And Joe Rogan just opened his joint. Like his shit is open.
Yeah.
So
Kill Tony's down there now too.
Yeah.
Burt Kreischer's moving down there, bro. Like I'm sure there'll be something down there.
Secura's down there, and plus, even obviously, everybody want to get on Kill Tony. Everybody want to blaze that minute, and I do too. But if you just think about, everybody thinks about Kill Tony, and obviously now Joe Rogan's spot, which who the fuck wouldn't want to perform there?
Facts.
But with so many comedians that went down there, could you imagine the number of times you can get on stage? Fuck what stage it is. You can do open mics all day, every day.
You can get up there.
Just fucking.
Period. And there's no telling who you're gonna run into, bro.
Yeah,
because they're all down there.
And that's the thing with comedy, you have to get on stage and work your shit out. Yeah. So you go to open mic, next thing you know, you'll see one of these heavy hitters, and if you do good in front of them, you never know, it might lead to something.
Motherfucker might even just saying hi to somebody and establishing a rapport, and then they see you another time, they see you hit something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, all right.
And even if you don't get no big name looks, you down there with all these other comedians, you get on stage, blaze that open mic, you letting all them other comedians know that you got the chops, you doing things, you letting the crowd know you do. Either way, you making your way, because out of the thousands of motherfuckers that probably moved down there to do comedy, there's probably not even half of them that are good at it.
Facts.
You know what I mean? They just had some mommy daddy money or a job where they could travel or little money set aside.
Yeah.
And they went down there and try, and God bless them for trying to work out their dream. But not all of them.
Not everybody's got it, bro. No, like that's what I said. Not everybody's got it. I got it. I think you got it.
I appreciate that, man.
I think that there's a solid group of people in Louisville that have some talent. And there's one thing that really, I don't want to say it's a pet peeve or anything like that, but when I see somebody and I think that they've got talent and they're standing still, or they're not trying to make moves with it, or they won't pass the blunt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro, just fucking do something with it, bro.
Like what do you?
This shit is free. Like I'm gonna go perform in other cities for the cost of gas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like with music where you gotta pay for studio time, you gotta pay for graphics, you gotta pay for somebody to mix and master all your shit, you gotta pay for promotion, you gotta pay for, bro. All you gotta do is drive somewhere.
Yeah.
And you can sign up for a free open mic. You can put yourself out there. You can be known.
Right.
Wherever. You know what I'm saying? So.
And that's the beautiful thing about being in Louisville. We're so close to fucking so many markets.
Yeah, we're so centrally located, bro. You know.
You can hit Missouri, Tennessee, Indianapolis, and Ohio within the same week if you wanted to. And still do your shit here. You know what I mean? Like it's a beautiful spot. You know, and plus the good thing is where we at, I mean, we on the northern tip of the South, but you get that whole southern run, that Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, South Carolina, and then like I said, kick that shit on over to Louisiana, Texas, like that, like
push up a little bit into the Midwest, like even Illinois, you know what I'm saying, Chicago, stuff like that. You start dipping into the Midwest, bro. Like there's so many,
And I got a homie, actually the guy that makes all the music for our shit, my producer, homie, Ace Eel. ACL Productions, Chicago. He up there.
Yeah.
So I just hit him, be like, man, where's a couple rooms at? He'll give me straight, you know what I mean?
Bet.
And then there you go. And
that
that's
might
the
be a
thing
move
too.
for real in the next couple months.
That's the thing. I hit him up about it. I know he'll get me together on that shit. My sister is in Nashville, so that's a buck. You know what I mean? Well, all I gotta do is be like, hey, me and my homie come down there, a couple of air mattresses, crash. Yo's probably gonna hit these open mics. And shit. Boom, there you go. You know what I mean? Like Indy, old girl coming down here from Evansville. She's got ties in Indy. She knows where the spots are at. You already fucking hitting Cincinnati over the head. So like it's a beautiful thing, man. If you think, and that's the thing, man. My trajectory and your trajectory are always going to be separate because it's our personal trajectories.
Yeah.
But people that look at that and be like, well, why he doing that this early, or he shouldn't get that opportunity, or why they put like, man, you already thinking wrong, man. But like my thing is, if you build your network right and you meet a lot of cool people along the way that you can vibe with, it's just like, yo, like I got a room here. You want to go do this room? I got a room here, and like you help each other, but at the same time, it's like, you know, like your opportunities you get are your opportunities, mine are mine. But if we can merge them, if I can bring you here, if you can bring me, or if I can just leave, even you, I can't get you on stage, but I can introduce you to this motherfucker. Yeah. Like synergy. Whatever it is.
There's whole TED Talks on that shit. Yeah.
And my thing is like it, you know, like a strong network is never a bad thing. A lot of motherfuckers now want to look at it like they all out for self. And it's like, yeah, you are out for self because you trying to craft your career, but cutting off everybody along the way, or being an asshole or a dick, or being butthurt because somebody doing this and you ain't done that yet, like that ain't never gonna get you nowhere, dog.
Oh, hell no, bro.
Or if you do get a bubble, everybody gonna hate you when you came up because they gonna realize how the fuck you was and how you played the game. You know what I mean?
All that shit comes back around too. Like, look at Ellen.
Oh, bro. Went from one of the most sweetest ladies everybody thought on TV
to the devil. What you mean? Yeah, people hate her now.
Yeah.
So.
And that's the thing, man. Like just not doing people. My thing is, I always give everybody as much respect as I can at the door.
Yeah.
So then I know if you want some bullshit, it's evident to me and everybody around me and everybody seeing our transactions that you the one on the left. You the one with the bullshit. You the one coming with the silly shit, the petty shit. Because I never came at you with nothing but just, what's up, man? How you doing?
Same.
Good,
genuine energy.
It. You know what I mean? Just like I'm always trying to be cool with everybody because like I don't see the point in that.
Yeah.
And now of course there's some people we all know dickheads, assholes, like what the fuck I do. But like I don't get fucked up about them. I just know your character, and I know. And my thing is, I just love knowing your character, even if I know. Like I seen a video DMX did, and it's true as fuck. Don't be mad at somebody for being a thief or a rat or a snake. Just appreciate that you got the knowledge and treat them accordingly. Yeah. If I know you a thief, I ain't gonna leave my wallet around you. If I know you're a rat, I ain't gonna let you know anything that you're gonna tell on me.
Yeah,
for. You know what I mean? Like
that's deep.
I might still have to deal with you in some capacity, depending on why I even know you. But that don't mean I gotta go hard in and then I get all fucked up when I thought you was something you wasn't. Just treat people on the way that they are. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And like I said, you ain't got to jig with everybody, but some people, like some dude might be a piece of shit motherfucker, but he got a good room. You know he ain't gonna pay you shit, but you know he's gonna pack the room. So you know that's 60 people gonna see you get your shit off.
Yeah.
Fuck him and his janky promotion. Fuck him and that bullshit money. Go over and blaze that crowd. Get some people to know you. Get your name out there.
Yep.
You know, but then you got people like, I did a show for him, man, and I did real good. He only give me $20, or he didn't give me no money, or he's an asshole. Like, that's not what you was there for. You was there to get on that stage and blaze that crowd.
Exactly, bro.
That's it.
Getting so caught up in shit that you shouldn't be getting caught up in, bro.
Yeah. And I tell comedians that all the time because I hear them like, this person did this. I'm like, why you can't worry about them, dog? Like, just do your shit.
Are you Chris Rock? Like, do you deserve?
Yeah.
What do you think that you're worth? What do you think you deserve? How many people did you bring into the venue?
Right.
How many people are going to follow you when you leave?
Yo, and that's a major move on your behalf too. Bringing the crowd, promoters realize that, and they're like,
I had somebody tell me you shouldn't be bringing people this early because you're going to use all your material.
Don't bring people this early. But the thing is,
what do you mean?
The booker at Comedy Caravan seeing you bring that crowd to their establishment.
Not only that, they tell them when they check in, yeah, we're here to check out so-and-so.
Boom. And then they're going to be like, oh, shit, dude, he brought 20, 30 people with him. Like, hey, yo, what's he doing next week?
They were asking around about me. They're like, oh, he hasn't checked in yet. Where's oh, you're Andrew? Okay, cool. Yeah. Bro.
You know what I mean? But think about how many comedians don't bring a crowd like that. And you coming in the game, already bringing a crowd, dude, that's going to make these promoters want to book you just off that. I mean, obviously, they gonna book and you want them to book you off your talent, and that's, I mean, even if you whack but you bring 20 people, they might not want to put you on the shit.
Yeah,
but
they fuck around, put you first, second, or something.
Yeah,
like
but
that.
you come in there and blaze them, and you brought a crowd. I'm like, why wouldn't we put this motherfucker on this showcase or this show here? Like, he's gonna bring people. That's what we need.
And that's what I told him. I said, hey, listen, I'm gonna do a couple of these open mics, work some shit out. You let me know.
Yeah.
You tell me when, and I'll make sure I book the house. And I will too, bro. I'll put people in the seats, and I'll go in there and I'll smack shit.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, that'll resonate. And like, whoever told you don't bring people, like, dude, like, where are you at in life with it? How many people have you brought to any show?
Fucking bumfuck Egypt, somewhere in the country,
right?
You know what I mean?
That's like me. Like, my first show that we promoted, I was leaning on some family and friends to promote it with me, and you know how motherfuckers are. Everybody says good shit, but they don't. We ended up getting about 35 people in there, but the thing is, they were all my family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, we brought them in there. We got them in. The comedians did a good show, but it's like they came to show support for the shit. But like, I brought them all in. Like, nobody came for none of them other comedians. Like, they didn't have no friends, family to show, none of that. No women, no side chicks, no none of that. So without me just pulling the family in, we wouldn't even have a crowd, you know what I mean? And like, sometimes that's all that matters, is it don't matter who it is. A full room is a full room.
Full room's a full room, but it means something different when after you perform and people see it, they come to you and say, hey, please let me know when the next one is.
Yeah, exactly.
That's when you know that you're onto a different type of, because like I said, shout out to all my family and all my friends and people that come and support me every time. But I know them. They're genuine people. They'll show up once to show some love. But when each of them came to me and said, hey, you got to let me know when the next one is so I can come, they meant that shit.
Yeah.
That wasn't I'll come fucking watch your son play T-ball. Like,
right. Yeah.
That was some, I had a good ass fucking time. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's everything for us.
Facts.
Somebody coming up and saying after a set, hey man, I really enjoyed your set. Like,
bro, that's like a blowjob, dog. you know what I'm saying? Like, that's
the thing, like, that's what the fuck we doing it for? I don't want you to not like my jokes. You know what I mean? That's like Patrice O'Neal said when that lady was trying to push up on him in the news. He was like, if you do a joke and it offends people, it's par for the course.
Yeah.
If you do a joke to offend people, you a dickhead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Like I'll say, you bump that line of this is taboo, or this is inappropriate, or this might be not be socially acceptable. But if you do that shit right and you get the laughs, that's what you was doing, and that's what we do. Bring comfort to the uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
Thanks.
So somebody to come up and say like, "Yo, I want to." Next time you do it, let me know. I want to come back. That's how you know you got them. You did them right. Because if they didn't like your shit, like you said, they'd be like, I appreciate it, I'll see you at the cookout or something like next week. You'd be like, I got a show Tuesday. Like, I'm busy. You know? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, that's how they'll play you. Like, I would, but
no, it's fucking me up. My goldfish got pneumonia.
Yeah, I think I'll be taking a shit at that time. And whatever they can say, just to be like, nah, no.
Yeah, facts.
Well, man, we an hour 30 in. I think we did good, man. You got any go ahead and let them know again what you're doing in Cincy. Anything you got in Louisville kicking off, and just go and let them know where to find you.
That's
going.
I appreciate it. March 20th, I'll be at Planet of the Tapes. That's a tongue twister, my boy.
Right.
The 29th, I'll be at Louisville Comedy Club, and then April 12th, come up north. It's a short little drive. Come up north, see me at Go Bananas in Cincinnati. You can follow me on my IG, my TikTok, and my YouTube at Andrew Thompson Comedy. no spaces.
No spaces.
And yeah, just come vibe, come have a good time. I'll be the first one to have a drink with you, handshake, cut it up with you for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
I genuinely love everybody that comes to support. So I appreciate you having me on, bro.
Absolutely, dog. You know, like I told you, man, the stew's always open, man. Whenever you want to come in here, let some people know what's up, promote something.
Bet.
I got you, man. This is I'm trying to make this like ground zero for the homies in comedy to come in, get their shit off, talk some shit.
It's a wave coming, bro. Y'all got to get ready, buckle up, saddle up, dog, because we got shit and we not gonna stop, bro.
Nah, there ain't no quit.
Nope.
What do we got? All right, tomorrow we got a little change in schedule. 2:00. We're gonna be hitting you over the head with Conversation Had with Tim Northern. Got to do it a little early. I gotta make some moves in Lexington. Outside of that, all right. It ain't even got nothing to do with me, but it's my guy. So this coming weekend, March 17th, 18th, Louisville Comedy Club. Big J Okerson is in the house. Please show up and support if you can. If you get a ticket, my guy William McKenzie is hosting that joint. Hilarious comedian, man. That motherfucker's doing this thing. He was just in Dayton. That's my homeboy for real. So please come up, show love for him and Big J. Outside of that, I'm just hitting these motherfucking open mic trails. And April the 8th, Georgetown, Posh Affairs. It's going down, 8:00, showtime. Me hosting, Dusty Carter, Grant Volkmar, Jay Hunter, Tim Northern headlining. As soon as we get done with that, we open the bar up to karaoke and drinks until closing time. Other than that, just stay tuned, and you know what it is. We'll be back probably at our regular schedule next week, Friday at 8:30. If not, then I'll let you know when we do it. But outside of that, man, I think we had it. I appreciate my guys in the back. Earth the Nerve. Appreciate you always riding with me, my homie. Oh, yeah, somebody got to say this shit. Tomorrow, 11:00, we going in on all things government. As we do on that platform. Steve Green, I always appreciate you. I'll see you actually tomorrow night as well, man. But yeah, we out this bitch. We better go freshen up these drinks.
Yes, sir. We'll see you on the trail.
Holla.
See you out.